Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Cary Yurkiw here. I'm the chiropractor at Tut Street Family Chiropractic in Kelowna. I'm the author of this book called Joint Journey. And today we're going over how to set and achieve SMART goals for your joint health and weight loss. So we're talking about goals going forward for 2024, how you can set goals for yourself for the next 12 months. And I've been surveying my patients today in the clinic about their goals, and they're filling out a short survey. I'm putting that in their file so that we can follow up on that and I can help them achieve their goals. So I hope you learned something from today's webinar, and I'm just gonna switch screens here and get into the webinar itself. So just bear with me while I switch screens here. All right, so today's webinar is called How to Set and Achieve SMART Goals for Your Joint Health and Weight Loss. And it's based on my book, Joint Journey. And this book was published on Amazon about 2 weeks ago. And I've had a good response to it so far. People are very interested in the topic, and people have been buying the book here in the clinic as well as on Amazon. The audiobook just got released a couple of weeks ago as well. So the audiobook sales are starting, and it's kind of an exciting time doing these webinars based on the book. I want to thank you for joining me today. We'll be talking about joint health over the next 20 to 30 minutes. Feel free to ask any questions if you have questions, and I'd be happy to answer those for you. So today what we're going to cover is an understanding of SMART goals. What exactly are SMART goals? And we want to talk about the intersection of joint health and weight loss. So how do the two connect and how are they related? We're going to talk about setting SMART goals for joint health. We're going to talk about setting SMART goals for weight loss. And then we're going to talk about actionable strategies for success going forward. And last, I'll take your questions and I'll answer those. You can type them in the chat, and then I'll tell you what the next steps are going forward. So the first thing we want to cover today is, what are SMART goals? And SMART goals are it's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. So when we do set goals, we want those goals to be specific. We want to be able to measure them. We want them to be achievable, so realistic and within the realm. I think, pushing the envelope is okay, but definitely within the realm of what is possible. And then timely. So, whether it's going to take you 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, we want to be able to set goals that we can follow up on and measure and see the progression over time. The intersection of joint health and weight loss, one aspect of health affects the other. So for example, if you're not eating properly, you're gaining weight, you're eating bad foods for your body, it's going to affect your joints. It's going to lead to inflammation. It's going to lead to breakdown of the joints because you're going to be carrying excess weight. And we're going to see it in the weight-bearing joints, like in the feet, the knees, hips first, and then it's going to affect the spine and other joints. So we're going to see those weight-bearing joints being affected first, and it can lead to damage and degeneration, or something called osteoarthritis in the body. So for your joints to be healthy, we have to treat the joints well, and one way is improving your nutrition. Another way is some exercise, the range of motion of the joints. Sometimes you need a chiropractor to help you to achieve your goals, to realign the joints, increase the function of the joints, guide you as far as the nutrition and exercises and stretches go. And we know that the more flexible the joints are, the better the fluid movement, the synovial fluid in the joints, and the better your joints are going to heal. But I also know that if you're in pain, it's difficult. So when people come in and they're in pain and their muscles are in spasm and they just can't move their joints, and sometimes the pain leads to things like depression or anxiety, and then you kind of reach for those comfort foods like sugar and sweets. So it could be a negative cycle, and we want to turn that around and turn it into a positive cycle. And one of the first steps can be going to the chiropractor to get treatments and then following the guidelines going forward. Now, setting SMART goals for joint health, specific joint health objectives. So some of these joint health objectives can be measuring range of motion, let's say, or measuring your posture, seeing how much you can do as far as walking, let's say, or doing some physical exercise or activity. So we want to be able to measure your progress and have indicators along the way. One of the things I like to do in the clinic is take postural pictures at the start of care, and then take postural pictures at when I do progress exams to see the difference. And it's quite remarkable sometimes seeing how much the person is progressing, doing their form, getting them to fill out a progress exam form, and just seeing how much they've changed over 6 weeks or 3 months or 6 months. So we want achievable milestones, measure things like ranges of motion, the mobility, the strength in the body. We want that to be relevant to the lifestyle. So we want your lifestyle to improve to support the changes in the clinic and the changes in your life. So whether it's diet or nutrition, whether it's exercise levels, maybe rest and relaxation to heal in between the treatments or in between the exercise sessions. That's a very important thing for the rest and recovery in the body and the healing of the joints. And we want a time-bound action plan. And what I do in the clinic is I usually set a goal of about 6 weeks to start, and then I set a goal of 3 months after that, and then 6 months. So these are kind of checkpoints to see how the person's healing over time. What are some SMART goals for weight loss? Well, specific weight loss targets could be how much you weigh. It could be measuring your waist or your hips, or measuring your arms, let's say. So depending on what you want to achieve, measurements like that, your body mass index, your height to weight ratio. And then there's other metrics too, as far as your energy goes, your activity levels, what you're able to do. So it's not just about weight, but it's also how getting in better shape can affect your overall health. We want the goals to be achievable and realistic goals. So let's just use, go back to weight on a scale. 1 pound a week is definitely achievable. Even setting a half a pound a week. So if you want to lose, let's say 25 pounds, it could take you a year at half a pound a week. And there's going to be some fluctuations. So what you're going to notice is you're going to notice you lose 2 pounds 1 week, and then you're going to gain a pound back. And then you're going to lose 2 pounds a couple weeks later, and you're going to gain a pound back. So most people progress 2 steps forward, 1 step back. And we want to integrate the weight loss with your lifestyle. So we want to see lifestyle habits changing where long term you're going to be able to maintain these lifestyle changes. So whether it's your dietary changes, your exercise levels, stress levels, we definitely want to make sure that you can maintain the changes you're making to your lifestyle. And we want those time-bound action steps. I use the example of 25 pounds in a year, which is definitely achievable. But again, it's all relevant to how much you weigh, your stature, your height, and everybody's a little bit different. So knowing the background of the person, knowing their current situation and what some of their challenges are that's very important as well. So 5 actionable strategies for success. Well, one is to educate yourself. So you definitely want to understand this topic better, and that's why you're here. I would recommend you follow up with some of our webinars. Street Family Chiropractic, and that's on Tut Street in Kelowna. Our phone number 250-486-0062. You can call or message us to book an appointment. Our website's tutstreetfamilychiropractic.com. The services we offer here in the clinic are chiropractic, shockwave, and laser to heal the joints and soft tissues, orthotics and custom-made shoes for posture, foot posture and alignment, webinars and masterclasses like this one, health coaching to help people make changes to their lifestyle, and products like supplements, back supports, taping for joints like KT tape. So we have a bunch of different products that help to support joint health and healthy lifestyle. If you're looking for my book, Joint Journey, it is on Amazon, and it looks like this, and it says Lifestyle Changes for Lasting Weight Loss and Joint Pain Relief. So you can find it there. There's an ebook, there's paperback, there's a hardcover format, and then there's also the audiobook now. So there's a number of different formats that you can get on Amazon. And if you're interested in another seminar, one of the follow-up seminars coming up is called Transforming Your Joint Health, a holistic approach to weight loss and wellness in the new year. So you can join us next week, as I'll be following up on this topic, setting some specific goals for 2024. I'd like to share with you some of the goals that I have for 2024, some of the goals that my patients are recommending and writing down on their surveys. So things that patients are looking forward to achieving for next year. And then the public too, the participants, and you can participate by typing in the chat, or you can comment in this video. Now feel free to like this video and subscribe to this channel, as there's going to be more videos like this going forward. And also grab the book so that you can understand some of these concepts a bit better. I want to thank you for joining me today. It was a pleasure talking to you here on YouTube. I'm hoping that you can join me again next week for the webinar, and that's going to be here on YouTube as well. And you can get tickets by going to Eventbrite. I'll put a link in the show notes below. You can subscribe to our channel on Eventbrite, and then when we have new webinars, you'll be notified of those webinars. And make sure you go on our mailing list too. If you go over to Tut Street Family Chiropractic, you can type in the contact info, just say you want to be added to the mailing list, and we'd be happy to add you there. If you're in the Kelowna area, feel free to book an appointment as a new client, because we are accepting new patients without a doctor referral. We do bill directly to insurance as well, and we can usually see people within 24 to 48 hours. So it's a kind of a quick turnaround for new patients. We are open 7 days a week, including Saturdays and Sundays. So please feel free